in this demo, I'm going to cover the basics about data warehousing, what is Hyperion, how it came into the picture, about the architecture of data warehousing and Hyperion architecture. So let's start about the first basic thing, data warehousing. So what is data warehousing exactly? Data warehousing is a system which is mainly used for reporting and data analysis. So many people will think like data warehousing is a database. Of course, it's a type of database, but completely not a database. See, in a database, we can load the data in the format of rows, columns. So it has some structure, right? Database means it has a structure, which data will be loaded in a records wise. This is and all will be there. And also in database, we maintain the current data. But coming to data warehouse, we are maintaining current and historical data. That's why we are going for data warehouse. And also it maintains huge amount of data compared to database, and query performance is also very good in data warehousing. Data warehousing means it's like a system, as I said. It consists of different types of tools, how we are going to manipulate the data, how we are using the data in this system. So I'll explain you about that in detail. So in data warehouse, we have a concept. I'll show you the data warehouse architecture. This is how we are transforming data from data warehouse to the end users. So see, these are all the operating systems and flat files. What are these operating systems? Actually, data in many companies, they use data warehousing with the source system as mainframes. In most of the companies, they are using mainframes as the input for data warehouse. So let us take an example, like here they are using mainframe systems, and also we can use flat files. These raw data, we are moving it into a staging area. This is called staging area. Staging area is nothing but somewhere we are storing that data. That raw data we are storing here. We are moving this raw data into data warehousing. We can also say this data warehouse as a repository. Repository means which stores some metadata also. So we are moving this raw data into this repository, which here we can maintain that whatever the data we got from the input side as a raw data, or we can summarize the data, or we can modify the existing raw data into somehow, or everything we are storing here.
Hi Swati, sorry to interrupt you. I have one question here.
Okay.
So
Yeah, tell me.
You said some staging area or staging area. You said. See, when you say flat files, okay, the flat files we can have we may extract data from somewhere and we can have as a flat files. The data we can load into staging area. So that is clear to me. But when we talk about operating system, so operating system is the one where user will be using to just input the data and all. Normally, as per my understanding, if any organization is going to use some system, then they'll be having certain application, right? Say, just so client is using Oracle or SAP, then they'll have some ERP product they'll be using. By using the respective applications or module, they'll be inputting the data. So the data will go and sit in the database.
Yes, correct, exactly.
That data we may transfer based on current discussion. I got some point as from the database we may move the data into data warehousing.
Yeah, correct.
Here you referred operating system. You mean to say operating system is equal to some other application where that application data can be interfaced into staging through mainframe or something else. I just
No,
lost
I'm
some
saying,
understanding here.
yeah, I'll tell you. Operating system in the sense, I told you like the mainframes as an example.
Okay.
In real time, how we are taking means, some companies will take from mainframe, some other companies will accept it from database side like Oracle or IBM DB.
Okay.
But anyhow, they are maintaining it in a database or staging area. But how they are loading it means like on a daily basis to data warehouse or weekly basis to data warehouse. They don't maintain historical data here.
Okay. Okay.
Whatever they get, clear and load here.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got my point?
Yeah, that means, I mean, as a kind of interfacing concept, they are using mainframe.
Yes,
Operating
yes,
means say
that's
they have SAP. The SAP system, they
mm.
have data. The data to move into staging, are they? I mean, generally, do they use a mainframe system for this logic or
No, no, no,
process?
no, not. I just said an example.
Okay.
They should. They only have. I'm not saying they have to use only mainframes.
Hmm.
It's kind of an example. I want to explain it. Just like we are getting some raw data. That raw data, and also in a daily basis or in a weekly basis, we will get.
Okay. Okay. Hmm.
Whatever we are getting, we are maintaining some staging area here. Whether
Okay.
it is a database, again, it is like a path or somewhere they'll store it.
Okay.
They'll move it in one step to the data warehouse.
Okay. Got it. Yeah. Clear.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, okay. In this data warehouse, from here, we are moving it to the different departments. What are these called means data marts. What is data mart means? Subset of data warehouse. Let's say, take it an example like some product company. They want to, some company is maintaining some products. Any soap company will take means they have soaps, Lux, Medimix or something. They just want to categorize them in each department wise. These are all Lux soaps. These are Medimix and these are some Synthol soaps like that. So if they don't categorize them in each sections, uh, so okay, let's forget it. I'll tell you one more example. Like if we go to any shopping mall, suppose we want to buy any new jeans for us. So what we'll do, we'll go to the jeans section. We'll see, yeah, they'll display it, straight cut jeans, boot cut, or skin leggings, or everything. They will categorize them. Otherwise, if they dump everything in one section, we have to pick them. We have to grab each and everything. We have to see what we want. It is somewhat difficult for us, right? It will take more time.
Yeah.
To avoid this, what they had done, they partially divided them like each section wise. So it is very easy for us. Once we go there, we'll pick what we want
Yep.
like that. So it is very easy. Same thing happens in data warehouse also.
Okay.
Like if they want to see any product wise, means they will see. If a customer want to see a product sales means it will directly, the request directly comes to this department because already data warehouse categorized those departments here.
Okay.
So when they requested this sales department details means it will come here and directly it will take from this department and it will show to the end user.
Okay.
So to make very easy of this query retrievals, we have data warehousing introduced this data marts. The
Okay.
main purpose of this data marts is uh, to get fast query retrieval.
Okay.
Okay, and what we are doing for this Hyperion means whatever the data stored in this data warehouse and in this data marts and all, we are using that data and we are generating the reports using Hyperion Essbase technology, and we are giving that report forms to the users, which is human readable format. Like it is so simple. Uh, uh, I can say we are getting that report formats in Excel sheets where they can easily see the data in the row wise, column wise, everything.
Okay.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah.
Next we are going to Hyperion.
And so Swati, can you just go back to the
No,
previous
before.
screen? I have one question here.
Yes.
See,
Yeah, you tell me.
here we have a staging area, right?
Yeah. Yeah, correct.
And next to that, we have one more just
Mm.
image which refers metadata, summary date,
Yeah.
raw data.
Yes, yes.
See, these two are
Yeah.
same, or staging is one and this metadata, eh, this representation is different. Are the same metadata and everything we have will be having within the staging.
We don't have the same in say metadata, summary data in staging.
Okay,
We have raw data in staging only.
okay, okay.
Whatever we get this raw data, we are doing this metadata, summary data in data warehouse.
Okay, data, whatever raw data we get, that will be maintaining the data warehouse with the
Mm.
metadata. Okay, got it.
Yes, yes, exactly. And also one more thing here I need to say is like data warehousing use two concepts about this data like OLTP and OLAP. These two are very important in data warehouse.
Okay,
So what is OLTP means online transaction processing, like which is it involved in operations of a particular system, which is characterized by large number of short online transactions. Like suppose let's say online transaction processing means insert, update, delete,
okay,
which holds current data.
okay,
Uh, let's take banking as an example. In the banks, like ATM machines, we are going to we'll go to the ATMs and we'll withdraw the money and we'll come back. But what exactly as a bank manager he want to check like for today's transaction, who and all performed in this ATM machine.
yeah,
We already loaded this much amount. Who and all are have taken that amount.
yeah,
So these kind of daily transactions happen. This is called OLTP transactions.
okay,
Okay. And coming to OLAP, online analytical processing, which it means it deals with historical data.
okay,
Take that ATM machine example. Already daily it loads data to that database. But manager want to see from the past 6 months who is the best customer, mainly who is using that ATM machine maybe more than 10 times in these 6 months, more than 20 times like that. He want to check that kind of data means definitely it is like analysis, right?
yeah, correct.
He has to do some summarization or something. This is called online analytical processing. About these two steps are we are maintaining these two OLTP and OLAP in data warehouse,
Okay,
like current and historical data.
okay,
These are the main concepts in data warehouse. Uh, how these metadata, summary data, raw data, how we are categorizing this, how we are maintaining the like department wise. These are all, it's a concept, but using some tools or technology, we are doing all this stuff. That
okay,
is called ETL tools, reporting tools
okay,
in data warehouse.
hmm,
So ETL tool is nothing but extraction, transformation, and loading.
okay,
So ETL is like examples for ETL tools like Informatica, Cognos, even in Hyperion also we have some ETL tools in
okay,
Hyperion products.
okay,
Uh, Coming to reporting tools, I mean what we are doing in this ETL tool means they are extracting the data from the staging area
okay,
and then based on the client requirements they do some modifications for the raw data and again they will move that data to another database or somewhere, depends on the real-time scenarios.
okay,
And uh, coming to reporting tools, we have Hyperion Essbase. Sorry, I told Cognos in ETL, right? Sorry,
yeah,
Cognos comes under reporting tool.
okay, okay,
Yeah, these tools will handle sometimes in the business scenarios. What they do means they use both ETL and reporting tools.
okay,
Whatever the extracted, transformed, and loaded data, they will use that ETL translated data in this reporting tools
Okay.
And then based on that data, they will generate the reports in Excels, PDFs, dashboards, in these forms. They'll generate it and then they will directly send it to the end users in the form of emails, or they'll give online web links where they can see their data, graphs, charts, whatever, in which form they want, they'll generate it and they'll share to the end users.
Okay.
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 Yeah. Okay. Next, coming to Hyperion.
Yeah.
Okay, Hyperion introduced by Arbor Company. It is introduced in 1997.
Okay.
So this Essbase, Hyperion Essbase, Essbase name, in the Essbase name, SS base means spreadsheet database.
Okay.
As a name itself, spreadsheet database, in the sense we are going to generate reports in Excel sheets.
Okay.
Essbase is completely generating the data in Excel sheets. So now this Hyperion is holding Oracle company. Oracle company acquired this Hyperion product in 1998 from Hyperion software system.
Okay.
Now Oracle named it as Oracle Enterprise Performance Management System, EPM.
Okay.
All these products are maintained by Oracle now. Now the latest version, last year they released 11.1.2.4 version in Hyperion. That is the latest version they are using. Okay. These are the products which are under Hyperion. These are all reporting tools: interactive, productive reporting, analyze reports, Essbase. And also we have applications in the sense which they can handle in online also, like workspace we call here, which like URL links. Presently it will be like, if suppose users have to enter any data in online, in any applications like that, they are going to handle in this.
Okay.
Data management, in the sense we have FDQM and all. These are all some ETL tools here.
Okay.
Now we are going to start with Hyperion Essbase.
Okay. Now here, just you said that there are three classifications for Hyperion products, but here,
Yes.
where I have to find Essbase? One way, just reporting; other way, application. Third, just it's all about data management. Where exactly the Essbase comes into picture in these three parts?
Reporting only.
And okay, it will be part of reporting. Okay.
Yeah, because yes, reporting tool. It is Essbase is completely reporting tool. That's why Essbase spreadsheet database. It excels, in the sense it is reporting.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now coming to Essbase architecture.
Yeah.
It's an interview question about like how many types are in Essbase architecture, like that. They'll definitely ask it.
Okay.
Client type, middle type, database type.
Okay.
We have. So what is this database style, in the sense? Essbase itself is a database. Essbase is a multi-dimensional database.
Okay.
Which stores each application data in the form of a cube. This is one application, this is one application, this is one application, this is one application. Whatever the applications we are creating in Essbase, it take it as a cube format.
Okay.
So from here, the client, how this client are accessing this Essbase data. Some finally end users or different types of end users will be there for us. Some are accessing with here Smart View, spreadsheet add-in. Both these tech tools, both these things comes under Excel sheet. Once we install this Hyperion Essbase, in Excel sheet we'll get one more tab in the right side corner, like that, Smart View or add-in.
Okay.
So if you click on that, it will ask you to connect to Hyperion Essbase. From there, users can access the data in Excel sheet. Or for some users, will give administration services console. I mean, I'll just tell you what and what is what now, because if I go in depth now, I don't think so you'll get a clear understanding.
Yeah.
What is this administration service console means? For some users will give the access to the application itself. Application in the sense, front end, they don't see how we created the application, how many dimensions, how many dimensions are there in that application, and all they cannot see. They just see only the particular required data and also they cannot I'm talking about Excel sheet. If the users log into Excel sheet, they cannot delete any member, they cannot delete any data or something.
Okay.
But whenever the users log into administrator services console means, they will give some access to only particular users, where they can add the few members, or they can add some formula, or they can add any new dimension. Depends on our requirement. We used to give like that.
Okay.
We have to, because for a group of end users, there will be one owner to them. Whatever the end users feel like in our region, we need to add one more account like that, they'll inform to that owner. Only for that owner will give this administration services console access.
Okay.
Not to all the users. Who he's like vendor. He should be like a vendor.
Yeah.
Okay. And Maxell is nothing but like command prompt type, where they cannot from there also they can access it. We'll discuss about this Maxell part in coming classes.
Okay.
Now I don't think so we'll understand properly now.
Yeah.
These are the main things how the users are accessing the data.
Okay.
And also in the client, as I said, administration services console, like how they are connecting means, how we are connecting interrelated, like client type to database type means using this protocol, middle type TCP IP protocol. Using here Java encoded, based on this Java code, they are connecting this client tier and database type. And also in middle tier, there is one more thing called Hyperion shared services.
Okay.
Which is the major thing. Shared services is nothing but security. How you are giving security to your applications.
Okay.
These are all, I'll tell you in next classes about the shared service. I'm just explaining you now what are the concepts here.
Okay.
And also this is what client type, database type, middle type. Now how we are getting the input for this Essbase applications from here. We might get data from RDBMS or from OLAP models also. We'll get the data using this ODBC connection. We can connect and we'll load the data here.
Okay.
Or else we have OLAP models here. We have integration services. OLAP models in the sense which are nothing but we'll design some dimensions and fact tables, schemas, star schemas. Using that star schema models, we are connecting to the integration services is nothing but one kind of console, I can say. Console in the sense, it's a kind of tool in Essbase only, where you can design some using dimension tables, fact tables. You can design that star schema models from where you can extract that data and load it into the Essbase applications.
Okay.
I can just say now, this is our input for Essbase application. Just remember this point only as of now. I'll explain in detail once we get go into the class.
Oh, sure.
This is all about Essbase architecture.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then life cycle of Essbase. Coming to Essbase, what we have to create, what we have to do after creating the application in Essbase. Okay, it's a tool. Essbase itself is a tool. We know that once you open the tool, you start creating the application. Okay, you have created the application. In the application, what you have to do means, first you need to create a database for the application.
Okay.
Database for the application means, as I said, Essbase itself is a database. Each application will hold one cube. It's a cube. A cube is nothing but a database here. We call it as a database or an outline.
Okay.
The name itself is an outline. We have to remember some names in Essbase. If you are dealing with Essbase, means these are the basic names, we have to remember them. It's called as outline. Outline in the sense which maintains dimensions information.
Okay.
What is dimensions? Why we need dimensions means, okay, in coming to the database point of view, we have rows and columns.
Yeah.
How we are storing that columns information? Like we have name, okay, employee table, employee name, employee salary, employee company, date of joining. So like that, we are storing like that.
Yeah.
Coming to Essbase side, for employee itself is a dimension here. Okay, let's take about LIC companies there. What in entire India, LIC policies, everybody are doing LIC. It's not only to Andhra Pradesh, right?
Yeah.
We are doing with everybody. So let's take LIC company want to check in a particular region how many people are applied for these LIC policies, how many customers are there for us.
Yeah.
Let's take for Andhra Pradesh region. So in Andhra Pradesh region, he will check for the customers. How many customers will be there? It might be in lakhs or I don't know, in millions or something. These many customers will be there. So for each customer, he is doing some kind of policy. Types of policies will be there.
Yeah.
So what these dimensions means, customer is one dimension here, region is one dimension here, and also each customer will hold data not only for 1 year, right? Policy in the sense from 5 years he will do, 10 years, lifelong policies.
Yeah.
Those are all will be there. Period is called one dimension.
Okay.
These are dimensions.
Okay.
These kind of things are called as dimensions. In an outline, with these names we'll create dimensions like account dimension, region dimension, period dimension, policies, like this. Once, okay, you have created the names of the dimension. Okay, manually we can't enter this each and dimensions informations, right?
Yeah.
Like as I said, if we take for only Andhra Pradesh, okay, Andhra Pradesh will write under the region, but we have many regions, right? We have Karnataka and everything under the regions. Again, I mean under the state, we have each cities, towns. If you go like that, we can't manually enter those much of data.
Okay.
Here, we follow a rule to enter each dimension information. That is called dimension building here.
Okay.
So dimension building in the sense, in the Essbase understandable format, we have to follow some rules, how we have to build, add this dimensions information into Essbase. There are some rules for that, how we have to include it. That is called dimension building. Okay, we added the dimensions information also. Okay. Now for each policy, how much amount they are maintaining, we have to add that data also, right? Because every time they are logging into means they have to see each customer every year how much they are paying, how much balance is there, how many years are pending. This kind of data, that is the actual data here. Okay. This region, customer, period, these are all called as I can say dimension information. What is measure means, that measure is called data loading here. Okay. Okay. For data loading also we follow some rules. Using that tools, we are loading the data into the outline. Okay. Again, I'm sorry, I missed it. Yeah, tell me.
Here I have one question. When you say data loading, you mean to say some predefined values data, say customer, we are going to load some insurance policy holders data into our Essbase. When we are loading,
Yes.
see if client is doing the business across a globe, there'll be just giving the policies in the different currency also. The loading the currency values we call as data loading, or loading the customer policies information into database we call as data loading.
No, as I said, measures currency. Currency
Oh,
is
okay.
called data load.
Some predefined values.
Yes, yes, predefined values.
Okay, got it.
As I said, right, whatever the getting staging area, right?
Yeah.
That is called these and all. We don't do manually, in the sense, whatever we are getting from the staging area, we are loading it into dimension building and data loading. I'll explain you how that happens.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And here one more question I have. You said like we'll create the database, and before that I
Yes.
think you given one statement as will create application. I didn't understand whether we create application and database,
Yeah.
or when you create application, database will be created, etc. Okay, could you?
No, yeah, actually application, in the sense, as I'm discussing about LIC, right? In LIC, we have types of policies, right?
Yeah.
We don't have only one policy. We have lifelong policy, student policy, employee policies, like that. If you categorize like that, for each policy type, they'll maintain one application here.
Okay. Format, something
What
like
means?
some, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
For lifetime policy, coming to lifetime policy means, okay, in lifetime policy, we are having these many customers. They are, for each customer we have account number, and for each account we are having period and in which region he comes under.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
how much he paid, like that. They categorize it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, got it.
And what is this performing the calculations? As I said, we do some calculations, in the sense, we add some calculation scripts in the form. It will be in the form of scripts format.
Okay.
What it will exactly do means, suppose finally, once you have designed this application, what end user will do? He just want how much he paid for this 5 years, remaining balance how much he will get the profit. That is what he finally want, right?
Yeah.
Once he selected that options in Excel sheet, he just want to see the overall value there. He don't want the entire list. So what the exact overall value, how he is getting means, that is what calculation. We do that calculation.
Okay.
In the backend, once he selected that request, in dynamically, it will hit this calculation script, and it will do that calculation and shows the result to him.
Okay.
Okay, this is called calculation. Okay. So once you added those calculation scripts, finally reports will get generated. You'll run that application, you'll get the Essbase reports.
Okay.
This is the major, these are the steps which we are doing in Essbase. Default steps.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, got it.
And yeah, this is what as I told you, cube structure. In each cube, these are these things we call it as blocks.
Okay.
Okay. This is time is one dimension, region is one dimension, product is one dimension.
Okay.
As I said, like that, we maintain so many dimensions. Based on that dimension, it will automatically categorize that cube where it has to come and all. For, let's say, Jan is here. For the January month, for Andhra Pradesh region,
okay,
what is the product sold, best product? Okay. That data will get stored here.
Okay.
Like that, it will categorize.
Okay.
That is and all we have to know how the data is loading in Essbase and all. Finally, Essbase itself will take care of that cube data.
Okay.
Just we need to know this basics, because it doesn't have to. It doesn't. It don't want to impact on our query performance. So we just have to know the basics. What and all. If we do anything wrong, wrong means once the reports got generated, users will say it is very slow. It is not so fast. So to avoid that kind of misuses, we just have to know what is involved.
Okay.
Again, this is Hyperion services. Okay, before going to start this Hyperion Essbase applications, before opening this Hyperion Essbase tool, we need to start these services. Services in the sense we have services configuration tool. There, if you open that services configuration tool, I'm sorry, configuration tool, it shows all the services names. We have to start the services in this format only, in this order only. And if you want, otherwise it will impact your Essbase server.
Okay.
You don't get access to login into Essbase.
Okay.
Essbase tool. Okay. This is generally designed by Hyperion software system. We have to do manually. I mean, in real time, they don't do manually. Before the morning 6 o'clock, like that, they will schedule a batch at daily morning 6 o'clock. Services should be up because their work will be start by 7 o'clock. End users will access from 7 o'clock, like that. They don't do daily manually. They will schedule them. But in our cases, for our practice and all, we are maintaining this Hyperion tool in our systems. So manually, before we want to start our Hyperion tool, we need to make them up. Once we are done with our Hyperion Essbase tool, again we need to stop them. Otherwise, our server will get cracked. Okay. So we have to start these services in the top to bottom top down order. Okay. If you want to stop the services, go from bottom up.
Okay. Bottom.
That is the order we follow here.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is all about this Hyperion Essbase.
Okay.
Once we get into the classes, I will explain you in detail about each and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here I have just one question. Say for example, once I complete this course, if I join in some company, and say the client may come up with a requirement, they are using Oracle database, and they want to go with very this kind of reporting requirements they have, and they want to go with a Essbase.
Okay.
So now in this case, based on this session, what I understood is the role would be like we have to create staging, or somebody will create here. Just want to understand.
No. Somebody will create. Our main purpose is based on this class. I'm saying we are under data warehousing repository side, not under up to the staging area. Database team or some other team will take care of it. Whatever we get from them, we need to design them as reports.
Okay.
That data we need to design it as report. From the data warehousing, I have shown you the model, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. From this part will come.
Data format, something like data formats and all will do.
Yeah. You'll do.
And data classification will be doing.
Yeah. Other teams.
Okay.
There will be definitely other teams will be there, not only us. Our part is only reporting part. Database part has to be covered by some other team.
Okay.
Okay, clear?
Yeah. Now it's clear. Yeah.
Okay.
So, fine. So, I mean, approximately how much time, how many hours it may require to start and complete the classes?
I can say 3 weeks.
Okay, 3 weeks. In
terms
of,
sorry?
In hours, how many hours around?
Once again, like 15 hours. 15 hours is fine. Okay. Daily we have to do practice because we cannot make a note of it daily. I'll show from tomorrow onwards. If I start the classes means I'll just log in into the Essbase tool from tomorrow onwards, because I'll show in each and everything in the real-time scenarios. I have to show to you. Otherwise, you can't understand if I say like this in the words means.
Yeah, correct.
Whatever I say from tomorrow onwards, we have to practice it. Otherwise, we'll definitely get forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay.
Yes. Got it. Okay, done. Fine, Swati. Thanks for this session. Thank you so much. It's really just now I got the good understanding about what Essbase and what would be a role once we complete this course.
Yeah.
Just,
it's good.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
Yeah. Thank you. I'll
Okay.
come back to you on the same.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.